turf starts below the surface. On today's episode, we have AJ, the owner of Hippie Fertilizing, a company built around one core mission: support soil biology. We will be talking about what he's learned along the way, what a truly healthy lawn requires, and what Houston homeowners should be focused on heading into the fall. Hi, AJ.
Hi, Sarah.
Thank you for coming on to our podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You've been in the lawn and tree industry for 17 years and now own Hippie Fertilizing. How did you get your start and how did you end up creating your own business?
I started 17 years ago by picking up a mower, weed eater, and a blower at a pawn shop and going to a company my dad referred me to make flyers, handed them out, and started getting phone calls to cut grass. Did that for, 4 or 5 years or so. Again, my dad referred me to someone, one of his customers. He has a roofing business, and he said, hey, they need some limbs cut down. I had never done tree work, right? I did it, climbed up a ladder. It was the most janky thing I've probably done in my years, but I got paid really good for it, and looked up on Craigslist to find a tree climber, okay? Found one. And then AJ's Tree Care was born for a few years.
Oh.
All right. It was started AJ's Lawn Care, AJ's Tree Care. One thing I would tell anybody, though, is don't make the business name your name, because I started to hate hearing AJ so passionately. And in all that, when it was AJ's Lawn Care, I got paid to put down fertilizer, and the guy didn't bat an eye. And I think I charged him more than what I did to cut the grass. And I was like, you're going to pay me more to do less work? Right? And that was still like pennies compared to what I charge today, fortunately. But the other part was I put down weed and feed. I'm sorry, guys. It's like the cardinal sin of soil biology. But I put down weed and feed. I burned his lawn. And that is a part of what led me into the rabbit hole of organics and soil biology. But also, like I said, turned into AJ's Tree Care, did that, kind of learned more about people ruining their lawn, their landscape, their trees with bad practices. And through all this, I still wanted to do something healthier, better, provide better options, and better for the environment, right? So then Hippie Fertilizing was born. An older lady, back when I was still in my mid-20s, called me a hippie with a haircut. And that's where the name came from. She called me that during the lawn maintenance era. And first year, hippie with a haircut fertilizing. People kept calling to see if I had a barbershop or a regrew hair or something. So I took off the haircut part. Still, though, mostly a pretty clean cut guy. And so I'm still a hippie with a haircut, right? And 9 years now it's been with Hippie Fertilizing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the haircut's just silent now.
Right. I like that.
That's hilarious. I love it. I think your branding is so fun and unique. And it's just like the high quality service that they get whenever somebody works with you. And you say that your company has one core mission: support soil biology. What does that actually mean day to day whenever you are working on treating somebody's lawn?
It means everything that I do, the products, the practice, even the education to the customer. Am I promoting things that support life in the soil? Am I promoting an education that supports life in the soil? Because I can't say, oh, well, let's do organics and let's promote soil biology and then tell the customer it's okay to put down chemical herbicides and fungicides and X, Y, and Z. No. Mostly there is a more natural biological solution to help fix problems. Right. And in a lot of cases, in terms of weeds, right, if you can't get the turf to outcompete it, you probably need to dig it up and replace it. Right. So again, we don't have to get we don't have to not support soil biology to achieve our results. And so I use things like humic acid, molasses, tons of humates plus, tons of microlife hybrid, right? But at the core of it, it supports soil biology. And the other good thing about this is that anything that truly supports soil biology is safe to touch with your bare hands.
Exactly.
So it's really like the two things, right? Support soil biology is the overarching deal, but secondary, equally important. If I can't touch it with my bare hands, I don't want to use it, and you probably shouldn't either.
Because us humans have so much in common with our lawns.
Our lawns, our trees, all the plants, like we need nutrients, water, oxygen, right? We require microbes to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Plants require microbes in soil to thrive. Yes, the similarities are amazing.
Right. So you brought up learning about not using fungicide. So can you walk us through the early days of your business and a couple of lessons you learned along the way?
Early days, it was right after I had the tree care,
Mm-hmm.
right? I had met a master certified arborist. I went down the rabbit hole first of like humic acid molasses.
Mm-hmm.
So this master certified arborist told me, I was telling him all about microlife products, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all make good stuff, no doubt.
Thanks.
Uh, but he was like, just try this. And so I did. And I thought that's like all I could do,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because his approach is largely like spray the lawn or the tree with that, and it has massive benefits. Guess what?
Hmm.
The turf is a way different animal, right? You do have to feed it. You do want to treat it a certain way, whether it's brown patch, take all patch, bugs, what have you. So it's not like humic acid molasses isn't my only thing that I can use. You hit a dead end road. And to anyone who wants to start out and be like super organic and support soil biology, I support that. But let me tell you real quick, using synthetic organic nitrogen is your friend. So don't go so off on the organic rabbit hole that you ignore the needs of the turf in such a way to where you're only doing yourself and your customers a disservice. Because I tried that in the beginning and I had to revert back to the hybrid like every time.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I've learned, okay, kind of like on the business side, is that for me, my biggest challenge was not becoming reactive with the customer,
Mm-hmm.
right? I am here to provide a solution. Oftentimes, stuff has gone wrong. They want to fix it, they want to fix it now, but I got to be calm and be the voice of reason throughout the process because it helps them to calm down and go with the process because I have been on the side of getting reactive. I want results now just like anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I have overdone things to where I am now hurting the process, and the overall results. So believe in what you do, take time with it. If you're really good at it, it's not going to take as long. But if you try to speed it up too much, you're going to go backwards. Don't do that.
Yeah, I think there is a lot to just practice makes perfect, and the more that you do, the better qualified you become as well too. So that's really really a good point. So most homeowners' first question is how do I kill the weeds? We love weeds around here. And you want to change that to how do I build my turf? Why is that the wrong question to start with from a homeowner?
Well, the answers you get are based on the questions you ask.
Mhm.
You ask how to kill the weeds, especially for chat GPTing it these days, right? You're going to get 20 answers maybe on herbicides to use.
Uh-huh.
But let's face it, are you trying to kill the weeds or are you trying to have a beautiful lawn? Usually people are really trying to have a beautiful, thick, lush turf, and they think that in order to do that, they got to kill the weeds.
Mhm.
Are weeds a problem? Sure, sure. But Is killing them the real solution? Nah, and I can prove it every time. So if we ask more, how do we build the turf and have a healthier lawn? We're
Mhm.
going to answer that question, right? And the approach to building a healthier turf versus killing weeds is drastically different. I don't have to poison the lawn to build a better turf, right? But to kill the weeds, often, because we're very limited on safer products out there,
Mhm.
you have to poison the freaking lawn. And then you're fighting soil remediation, killing weeds, like this whole thing that's just usually a toilet bowl spiral. And so, yes, if you want a healthy, lush green turf, ask for that.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. And so if weeds are a symptom, what are they usually telling you about the soil below them?
They are telling you that the soil's compacted.
Mhm.
Sometimes, in certain situations, I've discovered that if I see certain clumps of weeds, you can almost guarantee there's freaking concrete and sheetrock under there with
Mhm.
certain stuff. Or it can just tell you that you have damaged the lawn, or maybe not you as in the homeowner or something, but the lawn was damaged and the weeds are coming in as a band-aid
Mhm.
to cover it up. And so it's like we can help renovate that soil and improve it, because all the weeds are saying is like, hey, I'm trying to protect Mother Nature's skin,
Mhm.
right? And they're usually doing us much more justice than harm. They even help like with decompaction or aeration, because they have roots that'll go down, bust open the soil, and do things that will not work long term if you try to do it mechanically, like with a core aeration machine.
Yeah.
Right. So usually when I see a lot of weeds, I see a mistreated lawn.
And so we've been kind of chatting with a couple people about this on the podcast. For people who have a newly built home, there is the side of construction and stuff leaving debris in the soil. Can you get weeds because there was like debris that was let down and then they just put some new grass down and it, yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I just did a small sod installation
Mm
about a month ago. It's worst heat and humidity.
hmm.
But as I dug it up, I take a sharpshooter shovel and
Yeah.
I just poke it real hard around, and sure enough, thud, 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 thud. I dug out so much freaking concrete.
Really?
Yes. And so the guy, and I find it amusing because
Yeah,
I've heard this many times over the last 10 years.
I
I've
bet.
treated this area with everything. I'm like, hey, did you treat it with a shovel? You know, because if you've tried a lot of things and you saw big improvements in other areas of the lawn, but you keep not getting any results with this specific area, man, I'm sorry, but the best thing for you is grab a shovel and start digging, because there might be something under there.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I have another house we did work on a couple years ago, and the guy said, I put fungicide down, insecticide, and all the stuff, right?
Mm
And I'm just barely looking. There was wire hanging out over the side of the curb, and it looked like the kind of wire that they put in when they're doing a sidewalk,
hmm. Mm hmm.
right, to keep the concrete
Okay.
tight. And I said, hey man, Steven, you got a shovel?
Mm hmm.
He's like, yeah, why? He grabs me the shovel. I start digging up under. We pulled out his big old trash can. We filled it, the whole thing up with a pile of debris that was in that lawn. I said, sir, no amount of treatment was going to treat that. He's like, well, man, I'm glad you saw that. Like, you know, after a few years, you start to look for different signs.
New homeowners definitely need to look out
And
for that
and for new
too.
homeowners, let me give you
Yeah.
the hottest tip out there, okay? Put Humates Plus down on your lawn, okay? I can't stress it enough. You can't go wrong with the 004. All right? You do not put down a weed and feed, a pre-emergent. Most products out there are not going to help you build and establish a healthy turf. I guarantee you Okay? I'm saying this as the owner of Hippie Fertilizing, nobody else's opinion. You can put Humates Plus down on a brand new lawn the day you put that lawn down, and you're only going to be better for it. I guarantee it. So please
And
heed that advice.
and that was not a paid advertisement. So
No,
very much thank you,
you're
AJ, for
welcome.
that.
I just want people to have healthier lawns, man.
Me too. So, for a homeowner who's been on a conventional program for years and wants to switch, what does that transition look like? You just mentioned Humates Plus, and how long before they see a result whenever they hire the Hippie Fertilizing?
uh, it depends on where they're at
Mm-hmm.
currently with the lawn. If the lawn is mediocre, you can see results really fast in as little as 30 days to 60 days, especially if you have a good irrigation schedule. If the lawn was like you tried one of the popular schedules and the lawn went totally toast, you know, it may take it 90 days, and it also is going to depend on how much we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have different levels of what we offer, like our Hippie Juice Plus application. We put Humates Plus down, we spray it with a bunch of good other things that are liquid at the same time. It's going to help.
Mm-hmm.
But if the lawn is like really rough, we offer lawn top dressing. You pair those things,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to change your lawn a lot faster. But the biggest thing I see where I clash with customers and people on this is when we're transitioning a lawn, keep your maintenance up, right? But come mid fall, late fall, you're going to have an explosion of weeds. Okay. I hate it. I'm sorry. It's going to be there. October, November, grass is going a little dormant. Weeds don't. You're going to get them. February, it's going to go crazy. You're going to get chickweed, this weed, that weed, you know. And I'm going to tell you, keep mowing the lawn because it's not just grass you're mowing. Anything that grows in your lawn as part of your lawn, maintain it, please. Once we get past those two parts
Mm-hmm.
and we get into like mid-April, people are like, man, AJ, my lawn is starting to look better than ever. And I'm like, I told you, just quit plucking those eyebrows and we gonna be okay. So it varies, right? But generally, what I'm seeing now, having 9 years experience, is once we get past that first year, you see really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they're on top of stuff like maintenance and irrigation, that second year,
Wow.
cherry. Yeah.
That's beautiful. So you're working with Microlife on a custom product for your business. Can you share with everybody what problems you'd like to solve with this new product?
So the problem of speed, right?
Yeah.
I want it and I want it now.
Who doesn't?
Right. I want it green, I want it thick, I want it lush and plush. So it is a 2005. I asked Ryan, like, look, man, I really want to try to create something that's a little bit like the hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
The Microlife Hybrid's the most top-notch product on the entire freaking market. And I'm like, okay, but I want a liquid, for myself so we can put it out efficiently, fast. It helps on the business side,
Mm-hmm.
right? So being a little selfish, that's what I want. But also, part of the goal, when you use hybrid, you generally see really good results within 2, 3, definitely by week 4,
Mm-hmm.
right? With the liquid, I want to be able to see results in 7 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think with the formulation that we have, we're going to be able to not only see good visible results in 7 days, but it's going to have a liquid nitrogen source that is pretty much the same as the granular nitrogen source.
Cool.
So, and here's the thing, like, again, the name of the game is green,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I want to be the greenest of the green out there, naturally, but also effectively.
And safest.
Yes, thank you. And so having a liquid product like this will help us achieve a deeper green lawn, because when it comes to a deep green lawn, hybrid does that.
Mhm.
Now I want to do it with a liquid.
I love it.
So I'm super excited about that. And we should have it available the 1st of September.
How exciting. Well,
Yes.
congrats. We're excited for you.
Thank you.
And, just like I said earlier, humans and plants are so similar. And I noticed when I started eating organically and I would just started feeling better. And that was an internal, like, note to myself that, if I do things organically, I'm going to feel better. And we notice if we apply organic products on plants, the plants start feeling better too. And we have to deal with so many myths that come along with the organic industry. So, what do you think are some of the biggest myths that you run into in terms of organics?
One of the biggest is that it doesn't really work, right? And I will say like this, okay? Organics is like buying a treadmill and then putting your clothes on it, right? Like what if a lot of people do? They bought the treadmill, they bought the couple $1,000 Peloton or whatever, and then they use it for closet space or something. If you don't do it, it doesn't work, right? I used to give people bags of fertilizer. I'm kind of stingy. I don't do this no more because I'd show back up to their house, and you know where that fertilizer was?
In the garage.
Yes. But also kind of like the treadmill thing is maybe you bought it and you got excited the first couple weeks and you did it, and then you got busy. Organics, just like anything, you have to stick to the process, right? You were committed to this other line of schedule for the last 3 years, and you won't give my line of schedule like 1 year? Come on. We're not playing a fair game. So
Yeah.
like stick with the process and do it.
Organics is much more proactive than reactive.
Exactly. We respond to it instead of react to it. And the other thing, you say, plants are a lot like humans. Well, when we do stuff and we have a lot of stress, what is one of the things that helps us the most?
Sleep.
Correct. Sleep and rest. So
Mm-hmm.
when we do things to lawns, you have to give it time to play out because you're also letting the lawn or the landscape, the trees, whatever it is, rest.
Wow, that's a really good point.
Thank you.
Because the little microbes in the soil are doing the work for you,
And
you know?
they got to get time to build up. They got to get time to break stuff, all the toxins down. Just like we need rest and sleep to repair,
Mm-hmm.
let the lawn and the soil rest and sleep and repair.
I
You
love
can't keep
that.
throwing stuff at it and seeing what sticks. It doesn't. I tried that. I got reactive with customers in the past, and I have to be like, yo, man, my process does work.
So, what does a healthy Houston lawn look like going into fall, and what should people be doing right now?
One of the things I would recommend doing right now is to cover like most of the bases,
Mm-hmm.
put down some microlife bioinoculant because as we go into fall, we've had a super wet year this
Yeah.
year. If it continues to get wet again in the fall, we're guaranteed to have an explosion of brown patch,
Mm-hmm.
right? And one of the best things that's going to help is preventing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the bioinoculant product is top tier at fighting disease issues and preventing them. But right now, as we're recording, it's the very end of July. We're going into August. For most lawns, I recommend watering 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that your lawn maintenance guy is mowing high, preferably after 2 joints.
How
Just
many
kidding.
inches high?
4 inches.
Perfect.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4 inches. St. Augustine does best when it's mowed at the highest setting. And other than that, let it grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let it rest.
Let it grow, let it rest, let it do its best.
I love that. So, for somebody who is tuning in, they are just now getting curious about building a beautiful green lawn. What is AJ's step one always?
Humates Plus. Always. Like, you can never go wrong. Summer, winter, fall, don't care. 1,000 degrees, minus 20 degrees, Humates Plus is your friend. Okay?
Amazing.
And if it's a really rough lawn, I do this all the time. 1 bag per 1,000 square feet. It rocks.
I love
Yeah.
it. Well,
And
AJ,
have a watering schedule.
oh,
Sorry.
yes.
Yes.
Can you kind of like give somebody a loose idea of a good watering schedule?
So know your zone if you have irrigation, right? You have regular heads, you have rotary heads, and then you have MP rotors. Regular heads, generally about anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, 8 to 12 minutes in larger areas. If you have a rotary head, anywhere, especially right now in this heat, 18 to 25 minutes, depending on if it's a large area. If you have an MP rotator, most people get this one way off. They need to run between 35 and 45 minutes to put down the proper amount of water because they put it out the slowest. Now, if you're using a hose end sprinkler, let's just say you're using a oscillating sprinkler, I generally recommend 1 hour per section that sprinkler covers. 3 times a week, especially in this heat, but saturation over frequency.
Excellent information as always.
Thank you.
AJ, thank you so much for coming in. Can you share with everybody where people can keep up with you online? And AJ does a lot of really helpful educational content. I highly recommend you keep up with him online.
I put most of my content on my Facebook page. Just search Hippie Fertilizing. We're the only one in the US. I do put a little bit of content on YouTube, but if you really want to catch all the goodies, follow me on Facebook. That's where I'm at.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in today, AJ.
Thank you, Sarah. It was a pleasure.